Hey, my name is Andrea Vincent, and I am with the Pine to Sea team with Realty One Group Pacifica. Aaron and I absolutely love getting phone calls from people all over the place who want to move to our area, and we love to help them out, do video tours for them, do property searches, talk to them about what the areas are like, and show them properties. So if you'd like to move to this area, or if you're thinking about it, make sure you hit us up any way that you'd like to. You can call us, text us, email us, and if you're like my dear old grandmother, you can still write me a note and stick it in the mail. So I get questions all the time about what is it like living in Cathlamet or Skamokawa, basically the eastern side of Wahkiakum County. Well, on this beautiful day, I'm going to tell you a little bit about it. So I get asked all the time, what is it like to live in Cathlamet or Skamokawa, Washington? Here in Southwest Washington, Cathlamet and Skamokawa are right on the Columbia River. So right now I'm actually at the Slough Marina in Cathlamet, and it's right on the Columbia River. I've done another video on the marina. It's got a boat launch, it's got RV spots, tent spots, yurts. There's actually 4 cabins you can stay in as well. There's the farmers market that's down here every summer. There's other activities, and there's a trail that you can walk along here. And of course, the beautiful Columbia River. So the Columbia River is actually separated into 2 different channels by Puget Island. And so a lot of people ask, well, what is Puget Island? It's part of Cathlamet. However, you do take a bridge that goes from the mainland of Cathlamet over to Puget Island. It is, in fact, an island out there. And there's a boat ramp on it. There's some cool dairy farms on it. And on the back side of Puget Island, you can actually hop on a ferry, a car ferry, so you just drive your car right up on there and take a short 12-minute ride over to Oregon, which is the Westport, Oregon over there. And also from Skamokawa, you're about 5 minutes or so from Cathlamet. So from Cathlamet, you have to the west is Skamokawa, and then you have the west and east sides of Wahkiakum County are separated by a mountain called KM. It's a little mountain, but really it's separated by that mountain. And so on the west side of Wahkiakum County, you have Grays River, Rossburg, and even parts of Nacelle. And on the east side, you mainly have Cathlamet and Skamokawa. And so on this east side, for all of your major shopping, most folks go over into Longview, which is about 30 minutes away, and that's where all the big hospitals are at too. So here in town in Cathlamet, we do have a small family health center. We do have a small grocery store. And we do have a couple restaurants in town as well. And we do have a brewery here, River Mile 38 Brewery. We have tons of activities here in the summertime. There's, like I said, the farmers market down here at the marina. We've got Bald Eagle Days. There's parades. There's usually a Christmas ceremony and parade they do. And the historic Hotel Cathlamet also puts on little vendor activities inside there. For other main things, there's also, we do have a post office here in Cathlamet, as well as that small one in Skamokawa. There's a dentist in town, and like I said, there's that small family health center here, but all of your major medical hospital needs would be in Longview, which is at about 30 minutes away to the east. So people ask what there is to do here, or what's the economy like. So the majority of Wahkiakum County as a whole, it's a lot of logging industry, and so we have logging going on. It used to be a huge fishing community, obviously with the Columbia River. It is still a little bit, not as much nowadays. So the timber industry is a main one around here. Lots of people love this area and love to live here because of the great outdoors. Yeah, we get some rain in the wintertime, more than usual, but with all that rain, you get all the green too. So it's absolutely gorgeous here. So you have a lot of hunting here. Since there's a lot of timber companies around, there's a lot of timber grounds, and so some of them allow for hunting, allow you to hike and mushroom pick. We love to go mushroom picking. Hiking, obviously the Columbia River here, and you have the ocean. You have a lot of fishing here. We have some littler lakes and rivers here. You have the Beaver Creek Fish Hatchery, which is on the Wahkiakum, and so you have it's a salmon hatchery there. There's mountain bike riding, there's trail hiking, camping, and just being outside. It is so wonderful just to be able to come outside, and even on an overcast day like today, I'm out here today doing some birding, which I absolutely love to do. So you can find me most days outside, cruising around with my binos and my camera, not just this camera, but my other one, and taking all kinds of pictures and looking at birds and critters and wildlife. We get all kinds, you name it, we get it here. So I also get asked a lot, are people in Cathlamet nice? Like, what's it kind of like living here? I come from a small town. I come from a small town in North Idaho. And so I'm used to that small town, your neighbors helping neighbors, people looking out for one another. And that is exactly what it's like living here. It's a very easygoing county, Wahkiakum as a whole. There's not a ton of rules and regulations and whatnot. So as a county as a whole, it's pretty relaxed. But your neighbors helping neighbors are what's absolutely key here, because we have a lot, especially on the western portion of the county, a lot of us live far distances, away from each other. We have 7 acres on our land, so you're not right next door to each other, and so a lot of times you get a lot of people who might need something or break down or need a little help, or hey, who's got this, I need help, and everyone jumps to help. So that is one thing that I absolutely love. It's a small little close-knit community, yet at the same time it's a county where you're basically left alone to do what you would like to do within boundaries on your own land. And so it's wonderful. You can have your critters on your land as long as you're not in a place that has certain CC&Rs or restrictions. We have our chickens, our goats, so you can have all those kinds of critters. You can do the 4-H kinds of stuff and be a part of a great community. So we also have 3 public schools in Wahkiakum County. We have kindergarten through 5th grade, which is the Julius Went Elementary. We have the John Thomas Middle School, which is the 6th grade through the 8th grade. And we have the Wahkiakum High School, which is your 9th grade through 12th grade. Go Mules! So Skamokawa, which means smoke on the water, and it got this name, smoke on the water, because the fog drifts down from 3 valleys and onto the town of Skamokawa and the Columbia River. So Skamokawa is a small little town. You have a bunch of sloughs, and you're right on the Columbia River here. So it's got some really awesome history. But the cool thing about Skamokawa today is the small town feel. You have so many activities to do. The reason why the locals love to live here is because you have that small town feel. You have a lot of outdoor activities. This area is known for its outdoors. You have the hunting, the fishing, the hiking. You have a lot of timber company lands which can be hunted on. You have the Columbia River out there, obviously for great fishing and boating. We have parks. There's a campground, Vista Park here, that's got a lot of campground, day use, yurts, tent spots. There's a lot of nature trails for hiking. I myself am a big birder, so I love this area because of all the birding there is to do. There's a goat farm down the way called Skamokawa Farmstead Creamery that's got, during this time of year, a bazillion baby goats running around outside. Who doesn't love that? Plus you have their fresh cheese products, their fresh goat milk products. There's a place to rent kayaks down here, so you can go kayaking on the sloughs. I'm actually talking on one right now. It goes right into town there. We've got awesome history stuff. We have the Skamokawa, or actually the Wahkiakum County Fairgrounds over here, where our yearly fair's held with 4-H. You got a lot of that 4-H activity stuff for the kids around here too. So you also have a post office in town, very small, and you have a store over here at the Skamokawa Resort, and it's got all your essential needs and stuff like that. We also have the Duck Inn, which is a local restaurant and bar, and it's actually got really great food in there, and it's got a cool back patio looking out on the sloughs, so you can check that out and watch all the giant ships go by the Columbia River out here. Also in Skamokawa, you have the Julia Butler Hansen white-tailed refuge for the Columbian white-tailed deer. Not only does it have the white-tailed deer, it has elk, a load of different kinds of birds. I'm a big bird nerd, so I like to take this Steamboat Slough Road, which cruises all the way around and then comes back out on SR4, and you can check out all the birds that's in there, all the critters, and it's just absolutely gorgeous scenic drive and actually hike. You can walk along the road if you want, and also you have the Skamokawa Gardens, which is a little plant nursery, so you can come get all of your local garden needs from these guys too. So this is the beautiful Puget Island. There's that bridge there that heads over to the island from Cathlamet. So remember, if you are thinking about moving to this area or Southwest Washington, give us a call, send us a text, send us an email, get a hold of us any way that you can, and we are more than happy to help you out.